are becoming so disrespectful. I will not take it. I will actually not take it. Please stop to it.
Yeah. Enjoy your single life.
Enjoy my single life. Look at this one. Please. Out.
Sheggz and Bella, aka Shella, broke up for the umpteenth time today. I decided to use umpteenth because at this point I have lost count. It's almost like every 2 market days. It's like they used to break up every 2 market days, if not every market day. What exactly even caused that issue? I think it was a case of he was saying something to her. He was talking about maybe some people or something. Talking about something she didn't want to hear. She was now telling him not to talk about it. And he said he's a man. He's going to talk about whatever he wants to talk about. In fact, let's not even dwell on it because they are already back together. She was sitting on his laps like some minutes ago, like doing their task. So let's talk about other things like the division that is now going on, the division that is now happening in Big Brother's house, the cartels that have been formed. Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you are new here, please do well to subscribe, turn on your post notifications so I can get notified each time I post a brand new video, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up. So earlier today, Rachel, Chichi, Phyna, they were just in the living room. They were talking. I don't know what exactly caused them to get furious or what exactly brought up this particular conversation, but they were reminiscing on what happened between Rachel and Sheggz and some things that were said. So they were angrily talking. Rachel was just talking about how she felt really insulted by the fact that, you know, he just came for her for no reason. And then Chizzy also joined the conversation at some point. I was talking about the hypocrisy when it comes to Sheggz, that how can you say, you told me that you insulted me for insulting a lady, but you are insulting a lady.
Only the name of say you real, you be asking me say you go to insult person. You say that because you know that's what we dey do. We don't dey welcome see. You say you don't be like you.
You said I insulted a girl. And you went and insulted a girl.
While they were having this conversation, I was trying to understand what brought up the talk. I was hoping for them to say, okay, this is what happened this morning, you know, that made them start talking about it. I don't know if something happened. And Sheggz and Bella, they were in the room. They heard all that was being said, or they knew that people were talking about them. So on their own part, they were now in the room talking to about certain things, about things that happen in the house, how some people are chasing clouds. Sheggz talked about Chichi in particular, that what makes them think that her relationship, her coming into the house and all the things that she was doing there was not a strategy. And then Bella also said, I can't remember what Bella said, but they were just all talking, Sheggz, Bella, Eliswag, and Chumsy.
Now, I've even said I'm not holding back on shit. Why don't you think that when she came in, she was chasing clout, and when she was dating Deji, she felt like a relationship was selling, so she calmed the fuck down, and now he's gone and she's chasing the clout again? Why do you see it like that? It just felt like it was a hot topic. Let me jump on this topic. That's what it was clout.
I just knew that as the conversation was going on in the parlor, they were also going to be having their own conversation. So I don't even blame them for starting a conversation. But it's Sheggz always saying that people are chasing clouds for me, or everything people do in the house is a strategy. For me, I just feel like that's projecting. If you think that whatever you're doing or whatever every other person is doing in the house is a strategy, that means maybe that's what you're doing. That's why you feel like that's the way it is with other people in the house, right? Later on, there was now a situation where Chumsy went to the kitchen to make food, and she made food for just herself, Eliswag, and Bella, and Sheggz. Okay, she also included Doyin and Dotun. And then on the other side of things, they were now analyzing the situation. That's the cooking department and some other people in the house. Adekunle was trying to explain what was going on.
So I'm guessing because Bella said she won. So it may be Eliswag, Chumsy, Sheggz, Bella, maybe Doyin as well. They made the rice for them, those people. So I don't think it's everybody. Let's join this people.
He was just explaining the situation to them, and they were trying to understand why they were cooking collective food. Why they were cooking food that's supposed to be for the collective, in Hermes' voice, using collective ingredients to cook for personal, like just a few people, right? After the conversation, some of them now went to the kitchen to do like a division or get their own personal things out, like their beef. You guys know that level 2 people, they have their own protein, so they did the separation so that they'll be sure that it's safe. Then Bella, Sheggz, Chumsy, and Eliswag now went into the room because they saw what was going on. They knew that they were talking about them and the situation on ground. They were now having their own conversation.
Like, I don't know how old are these people? It's just like this one that happened now. They were talking to them. They actually planned it. They started talking again because it was when I came out. Because they think maybe kind of mess me if I'm passing and I hear something you're saying and it's about me. I will flare up immediately.
So now we have crew B and we have crew A. Because in the room they were talking about how the division has happened, that they even expected it to happen earlier on. in the show that are surprised that it's happening now. So I'm guessing that maybe from now it's they're gonna keep pushing the whole division something. The only thing is just that out of this cartel, or some people from this cartel are very likely to go home, right? So the cartel is not even gonna last. It's gonna scatter in no time. But like members of cartel B or members of group B, we have Sheggz, Bella, Chomzy, and Elo Swag. Members of cartel A, it's not very certain. I would say the only thing is just that we have the cooking department. That's Rachel, Phyna, and Chichi. They are against what these people are doing. So let's just call that cartel A, and every other person that supports whatever it is that they are doing. So let's see how the dynamics of the house is going to be from now on when it comes to that. Meanwhile, they had the super sports task earlier on today, and for the super sports task, it was divided into they were divided into two. That's they had the ladies session. I mean, they were divided into guys, and then we had the ladies. And for the first part, they paired them in twos, like two people. The pairing was very hilarious. People have paired people that were, he knows are beefing in some way. Let me just read out how it was paired for you guys. So he paired Dotun and Adekunle, Hermes and Brian, Groovy and Elo Swag, Sheggz and Cheesy, Phyna and Daniella. I wasn't thinking he would pair Phyna and Chomzy. Then he paired Rachel and Bella. From where to where? Okay, oh, he paired Doyin and Chomzy, and then Chichi and Allison. Chichi and Allison, they had an issue earlier on today. They had back and forth. So for the first part, they were given a puzzle with, like, they were given a board to write the different, complete the names of the different countries on the board. So for this part, Daniella and Phyna were the first to finish, and that was automatically a win for the ladies. Then after that, they now went on to present the song that they were asked to form. I mean, they were asked to make as regards to the game in November. You guys, the song was a disaster.
November in Qatar, FIFA, the Pidgin, and Hausa, FIFA, in Igbo and Yoruba, FIFA.
Then the final part was the debate. For the debate, you guys, it was fun to watch. So we had the guys versus the ladies. They were given 10 minutes each to put forward their points. They had to talk about like football being a better form of entertainment. Like the guys were in support of the fact that football is a better form of entertainment, and then the ladies were in support of the fact that like other things to watch, there are other things like movies and all of that. There are other things that are better than just focusing on football. Then for the guys, Dotun went first. He was just giving different examples.
First of all, football provides unity, provides discipline, provides this entertainment that you're looking for in comedy shows that you cannot even find in comedy shows. All these other shows cannot provide you with a last-minute drama or a last-minute header by Benzema.
He now used he used Sheggz and Bella as an example. That look at Bella now, she's with Sheggz because of football. I think he was trying to make the point of finances makes them financially stable, and you'll be able to land yourself a woman or a spouse. I don't even understand, but his point was not pointing. It wasn't so bad, but the examples that he was giving, I was like, nah. Those girls, those ladies are gonna floor you guys. Then for the ladies, Rachel was the one that went first. She just started dropping bombs, scattered everywhere.
Somebody who has a heart attack to go and watch football, where he would say, oh, go, oh, no, why? Somebody who has a health issue cannot even watch football properly without the fear of calling an ambulance to take the person to the hospital. It doesn't happen anywhere.
She was more on countering their points, which I think she did a little bit too much. She was focusing on why football isn't something that people should be watching. I feel like she should have been focusing more on why there are you have other forms of entertainment rather than countering their points. But she did well. She brought in bombs. It was entertaining and all. Then the second speaker for the guys was Sheggz. Sheggz spoke a lot about himself too. He also uses himself as an example, even the Bella example.
He taught me how to work hard. Secondly, he taught me how to deliver. Thirdly, he taught me how to make my dreams a reality. And my people, I'm now in Big Brother Nigeria, making my dreams a bigger reality. That's what it taught me, and that's how I got here. So those are the things that football will bring to you. Now, entertainment value. Football is entertainment.
He also brought in the point of entertainment, point of unity. And the last speaker for the ladies, we had Phyna. Phyna just came and scattered the remaining part of the table that was left. She also countered them a lot, talked about the disadvantages, also talked about how there are so many other things that you can watch that can promote culture, different things that you can learn from watching TV shows. And also she actually had her own points too. She said some funny things. She talked about how football is just like, why would you leave things that can teach you morals and go and be watching something that you have 11 people chasing the ball?
How can you learn morals from football? Whereby you watch 11 players running around the pitch, trying to put ball into the net. And if it doesn't enter, one player will bite another one's ear. One player will bite another one's eye.
It was crazy, Sha. The debates in general was just very, very entertaining. I feel like they just did it for entertainment. It was very entertaining. And then I also feel like the ladies came from a very personal angle, because Rachel was saying, oh, football is what side chick a guy can have. I say, you people, it's like people have had experiences where guys have done somehow because of football. So yeah, then after that they went in for the task. You guys, the task was beautiful. I actually felt like they were going to mess up. I felt like it was going to be chaotic because of the way they were practicing throughout the week, but they went in there and they pulled it off. So basically they were supposed to put forward like a dance presentation with regards to those in service. So there was a talking session. They did very well. They danced. Everything was really beautiful. There's no way I can put everything here, so I guess you might have to check Instagram for people that posted the full videos. You can check maybe Banky, the bestowed, and all of that. But it was beautiful. Just know that it was beautiful. Even the Edo part, when they came to dance the Edo dance, the outfits, everything was so nice. You guys, our culture is beautiful. I was so touched. I was so impressed. Yeah. So maybe you can just watch the full thing on Instagram. But after they finished with everything, people are now acknowledged Phyna and Sheggz for their contribution towards the task, the way they organized everything, because Phyna was the one that brought the dance routine. She was the one that put everything together, and then Sheggz as head of house had to keep bringing everybody together for them to practice.
You've done well, and you have every right to be proud of yourselves.
Thank you, brother.
Then after that, Big Brother now asked them how they felt it was, asked Chichi, asked Groovy. Then he called Sheggz to come and give accountability, come and read out the accountability statements. I think he wrote down names of people that did not perform and the days that they did not practice. He called out Adekunle, he called out Chizzy, called out Sheggz, called out Bella. For Adekunle and Chizzy, it was only on Tuesday or so. He said that there was a part that they did not join, they were not really active. And then for Sheggz and Bella, every other day, he called their names.
On Thursday, I believe we're all going through it. Sheggz was not available, he was sleeping. Bella wasn't exactly into it as well, but she was there present. Did one rehearsal. Her name was listed for 2.
So Big Brother now called Sheggz and Bella and was like, why are they always trying to sabotage the whole thing? And then he now cautioned them, and after that he asked them to apologize.
I'm so sorry, housemates.
Sorry guys.
So moving on from that, they ended up still winning their wager. There's no way they would have not won, because they really did well. But like, it required so much energy, it required so much. So they brought it in, they won their wager. So there's gonna be food. After the wager presentation, when they went to the house, they were not talking about how they are going to share their money for their shopping. So now they're not going to be doing the shopping together again. You guys are seeing the division that's happening in the house. So they have the cooking department with the people that have decided to join them. Obviously, they're going to have more people because everybody in the house knows that, okay, these are the people that really, and this is where it's going to favor me. So the cooking department, they have like 9 people: Dotun, Brian, Chizzy, Daniella, Chichi, Phyna. That's for the cooking department. I'm sure some other people might join them. And then you now have the other people in the other yeah. Then you now have the other people in the other the rest. Yeah. I don't know how they're going to do their own, but I can't wait to see how it's gonna be next week. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye. Love you.